Hi everybody, my name is Arnold Zegarelli and I'm delighted to be with you today. I was asked the question, are you proud to be an Italian and why? I'm not only proud to be an Italian, I love being an Italian, I'm ecstatic about being Italian. And I want to tell you why. There are so many people who are Italian that have just been terrific, are so well known. For example, take Michelangelo, the greatest sculptor, in my opinion, in the world. Da Vinci, amazing painter. I mean, the arts are what the Italian really love. But also, if you think about music, for example, we had Caruso, we had Pavarotti, we have Andrea Bocelli, Mario Lanza, Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett. So many beautiful, beautiful singers. And then there are so many fields that Italians are known for. For example, in sports, we had Rocky Marciano, one of the greatest fighters that ever lived. We had Joe DiMaggio. These are names that I'm sure all of you already know and are proud of. But you might also want to consider the fact that there are other reasons beside the people. And that's what I call our culture. And I came up with a name, at least for my family, called the 4 F's. Now what do I mean by that? In my home, if you came there, these 4 F's were the dominant. They were the basis of our culture. The first F was our faith. As you probably know, Italians are very religious people and they really love their religion. In fact, my dad used to say, don't do anything wrong because God will be mad at you. I mean, that's the kind of religion we started with. Very beautiful religion. Then we had La Familia, the family. This is what it's all about. Being Italian and being in a family with all the love and the warmth and the communication, it's just terrific. I love my family. I love my extended family. So family is dominant in our thoughts. So we had faith, we had family. The third F is friends. My mom used to say, your friends, they're like a gold. Keep them in your hand forever. You help with them, they help you. And you know, we never forgot that. So we had faith, we had family, we had friends. But guess what the 4th F is? You probably already know. Food. Our culture was based on food. And you talk about food in Italy, Italian food, it appeals to all the senses. It smells good. It looks good. It tastes good. It feels good when you get that Italian bread in your hands. And not only that, it sounds good. Listen to some of the names. You had mozzarella. You had, well, pizza, for example. Spaghetti. Meatballs. Superset. Italian sausage. Greens and beans. I mean, the sound of these foods make my mouth, in fact, it'll start to water enough if I keep thinking about it. But Italian food is known all over the world. And, you know, my dad worked 5 days a week. He was a truck driver. Saturday, my brother Robert and I, we used to help him cut grass. Sundays was our day where the family got together. And it was these 4 things that we usually discussed more than anything else. Our faith, our family, our friends, and food. So many beautiful days were spent there. And I'd like to tell you about a certain Sunday that changed my life and my 3 brothers. It was a very special day for us. In fact, it still influences me today, and it's based on our culture. So one day my dad said Sunday was his day. He talked to his kid. In fact, every Sunday he used to say to us, what are you learning this week? Tell me. And he used to listen to everything. But this Sunday was different. He said to me and my brothers, today we have a very, very important meeting. I said, uh-oh. I said, what do we do? He said, no, we're going to sit down after we eat, and I tell you. So we sit down, we said, Pop, what's so important? He said, today I want to tell you why you are blessed and why you are lucky. So I always spoke up. I said, Pop, why are we blessed? Why are we lucky? He said, I tell you why. You live in America, the best country in the world. He said, you know, Christopher Columbus, he discovered Italy. Amerigo Vespucci, it's named after him. He said, that is your heritage. We're lucky to live in America. I come from the old country. I love this country. And I want you kids to know how lucky you are and how blessed you are. So, oh, that's good, Papa. What else? He says, I also want you to know that you are Italian. That is the greatest nationality in the whole world. My dad liked to exaggerate, but that's what he believed. Italians were the greatest in the world. He says, you're lucky to be Italian. That's another thing. I said, what else? He said, your name is Zegarelli. That's the best name in the 48 states. So my brother said to him, what about the other 2 states? I don't care about the other 2 states. 48 is enough for us. But remember now, you in America, you are Italian, and you have the name of Zegarelli. And what I want to talk to you today about, I want you boys, and my mother was listening, Mama Z. He said, I want you to listen. And I never told you this before. If you boys ever do anything to hurt our family, you 4 boys, I give you the worst punishment you ever had. So my brother Lou, he was the oldest one, and he was into sports a great deal. He said, Pop, what are you going to do, stop me from playing sports? No, Luigi, much worse. My brother Marty, he was in the money. He loved going, spending. He said, Pop, you're going to take away our allowance. And no, Martino, much worse than that. So my brother Bob, he was the youngest. He said, you're going to take away my toys, Pop. No, Roberto. What I'm going to do is so bad, I hate to even tell you. So I said, well, Pop, can I still go to the movies? You're going to stop us from going to movies? I was a movie bug. He says, no, Filipino. When I tell you, you'll see how bad it is. No, we're like scared. You know, what's this worst punishment if we ever do anything bad? He said, well, Pop, tell us, what would you do? And I saw, I get choked up. Tears rolled down his cheeks. And he says, I no let you be called Zegarelli anymore. I take away your name, and that is the worst punishment you could ever have. And I saw he was emotional. And, you know, that day changed our lives. We never did anything to hurt our family, to hurt our name, because we actually believed that that was the greatest punishment you could have. And we trained our kids now to be the same way. We have a beautiful family. And it all came from my dad. And he hugged us, told us he loved us. And he said, no skrda, don't forget. What I tell you today, I no tell you again. So he said, okay, Pop, we'll be fine. See, my dad, his name was Erasmandonio Zegarelli, which actually means Ray Anthony. Erasmandonio. His friends called him Ziggy, naturally. And he was our compass. He gave us the stability. He gave us the direction. He gave us that pride, that strength. He was an amazing man. He was only 5'4", strong as a bull. He used to work at Armour's Meatpacking Company carrying sides of beef. I mean, he was good at it. Like I said, on the weekends, he did his landscape gardening. Now my mother, her name was Angelina Zegarelli. Mama Z, we called her. He called him Papa Z. She was the chef. She was the disciplinarian. She was the peacemaker. She was the problem solver. she was the boss 6 days a week, but not on Sunday. Sunday, my dad was the boss. Probably the only time he was the boss all week. But my mother, the metaphor I think of it, my dad was the compass for direction, but Mama Z, she was the glue. Man, she held us together. She knew what to say, what to do. She knew how to punish us. And I'll tell you what, she gave us the belt. There was no, well, we don't do that. You do something wrong, my mother hit you. And she hurt. So Mama Z, beautiful lady. Dad, couldn't have been nicer. And there's so many things that they taught us with our heritage. You know, like I was telling you about the people, think of all the fields, whether it be, you know, Marconi or Galileo or Fermi. I mean, I could go on and on with our heritage and all the people that affected us. And the beauty of Italians are, I sincerely believe we come from love. We come from family. We care about each other. And we love our friends. As I said earlier, those 4 F's, they're so important to us. And I came up with that because I never wanted to forget it. And I teach my kids the same thing. And those of you out there that are Italian, like I said, maybe my dad bragged a little bit about being the best name, but that was his belief system, and he passed it on to us. I'm a hairstylist now. I sculpt hair. I like to think of myself like the Michelangelo of hair. I can never be a Michelangelo, but I do the sculpting. My brother Robert and I, that was our love. And I can tell you a real fast story about my dad. We used to help him on Saturdays cut grass. And he said, go cut the grass over there, do a nice job. So Robert and I, we go over and cut the grass, takes us about an hour, we come back, so we're done, Pop. He said, now, go back, cut it the other way. He said, what? We just got finished, man, that's a lot of work. He said, go back, I want it like a golf course. So he watched, because he believed in inspecting what you expect. Inspect what you expect. So we knew we had to do it. So we went back, cut the grass the opposite way. Have to admit, it was beautiful. And he said, I'm proud of you boys. You did a nice job. You learned a good lesson. Once is not enough. Once is for the customer. Twice is for you. You got to do good work, whatever you do. And it was interesting. My brother Robert and I were in a salon. I said to him one day, I said, brother, remember how Daddy used to cut the grass one way, make us go back the other way? He said, yeah. I said, you know, on our shorter haircuts, on men and women? He said, yeah. I said, we cut it all one way. I said, why don't we go back and give it a crisscross haircut? In fact, that's what we named it, the crisscross method. We used to have advanced hairstyling school. And we started teaching it. We became very well known for our haircuts. In fact, I still use it today. And it all came from Papa Zegarelli when he told us about you do it first for the customer and then you do it for you. And it reminded me of the story about Michelangelo one time. He did the beautiful statue of David that I saw when I visited Italy and in Florence. Beautiful, huge. And the very top of the statue of David, he had finished the workmanship, beautiful curls, beautiful. So I said, why do you spend so much time on the top? No one could see it. And he said, Michelangelo once said, I see it. And you know, that reminded me of my dad. Pride in what you do. Pride in what you are. That is the essence of being an Italian. In fact, you know, when I die, if I ever come back again, reincarnated, I want to come back as an Italian again. That's how proud I am of my nationality. So in conclusion, I hope you'll remember the 4 F's. And I also want to say, ti amo, mille grazie, ciao. Thank you very much.